Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I'm hoping the camera's a bit better because I've upgraded from Android or Samsung to iPhone. So the camera better actually be better. But what I'm filming here is, well, a bit of a vlog, but it's not going to be something like a daily vlog, just maybe a combination of things happening in life. Like, today's just been a normal day. I woke up, first thing in the morning, went to work, got back from work. I've been lazy for hours, but I missed my time scale for the gym, so I said, you know what, I'm going to go out to a nice area, a more quiet area, and do a run. So I'll film some more when I get to the running spot, but I've got Strava. I'm going to load up the Strava. It's my first time using Strava, and then I'll post my results at the end. Bear in mind, I'm not good at running, I'm not good at cardio. That's the whole reason why I'm doing the running, because I just weight train occasionally. Like, I'm being very lazy with gym these last few years, should I say. Anyway, I was mint when I was 14, but I'm not 14 no more. So yeah, I'll post the Strava results later, and I'll let you know how I get on. I could be terrible, I could walk most of the way, you never know. Okay, so I'm about to cross the road. I'm going to cross the road first, then I'll start. But first I'm using Strava, so I'm going to activate it now, and then start running. Okay, so I'm absolutely sweating. Just for reference, it is, I couldn't tell you what time it is right now, but it's like the evening, like 6-7 o'clock. Here's my result. It is terrible, I know. 20 minutes, only achieved 2k, and that was while stopping as well. Had a 6 kilometre an hour pace, I think. I might be wrong, but I'm not good at reading these metrics, but hope this is an indication of how bad my cardio actually is. It proves I've just been doing weight training really since I've started exercising, and it proves my inactivity. But this is a dreadful score and I'm not happy with it, but it's my first time doing a run. I'm going to try and do these more frequently and improve my score. Don't laugh at me, I'm fucking sweating, I'm wearing a hoodie. But yeah, I need people in my life to push me to do this more. This won't be the only thing in the vlog because it's not that long, so hopefully I get some things captured from later in the week. Goddamn horses in there. Alright, here's something else we're going to add to the vlog. Ignore the hair. As you can see, my room was in the process of being done a while ago. You know, like you can see, you've got one white wall, you've got an unpainted border there, you've got half a green wall there, and I'll just do this. And it's got 1/4 white paint there, right? So my room's never been fully done, fully finished, right? And we've been lazy because I was a part of it. I mean, I'm not going to show you this side of the room because it's an absolute state, but I've got like an old Spider-Man wallpaper from when I was a kid, and then that wall, right, so the wall completely opposite is the Spider-Man, the one opposite this wall on this side, but like this wall, but further along there is blue, right? So the room's kind of been in a state for a while. I haven't got a carpet. I mean, you might have noticed from the push-up challenge, I haven't got a carpet, right? Which is fine. It's a nice wood floor, unless you know, you get a spelk, which isn't great. But been in the process of being done for a while, so it's been a mess for ages. Not just like a mess, but like untidy because there's not any, like, because it's not finished, right? And it probably won't be because I'm lazy, and if I don't push my parents to do it, then it's not going to get done, right? So I've kind of got to lead the charges on that. But what I did do today is I did do a bit of rearranging. I did do some tidying. I'm going to insert some pictures of how I just neatened out my shelves, neatened out my desk, everything, and made it so much more clean. So that's part of the vlog for a week. That's what I've been doing all morning. I booked my train tickets this morning for Post Malone and Jelly Roll. You know, I'm going on September 8th on the Monday to Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Bear in mind, I'm from Newcastle, if you didn't know. So that's a long train journey. I'm staying in my auntie's house, luckily, thank God, because I was, with me and my girlfriend going, we're just under 18, so I would have had to take my older brother with us. It would have cost like 400 quid more because of hotels and an extra train ticket and everything, right? So the fact that I get to go with my girlfriend means it costs a lot less, and the fact that I get to stay at my auntie's means it costs even less because I don't have to pay for hotel, just have to pay for train tickets. So I just bought those this morning, and then I came up here, I made a coffee, listened to some Jelly Roll, getting ready for the concert, because like, I love Post Malone, I'm a big fan of Post Malone. I can't say the same about Jelly Roll. I like Jelly Roll. I'm a fan of his work. I'm familiar with him, but I mainly hear him on features. I don't know most of his own stuff, so I was listening to a lot of that this morning. But obviously I don't have premium, so it was just on shuffle, so it was a mix of old, mix of new. Haven't learnt nothing, but I'm going to go into a deep dive before I go to the concert, because I don't want to be disrespectful. If he plays a lot of the songs that he features on, a lot of the songs I know, like Lonely Road with MGK, Somebody Save Me, his version, and Eminem's version. Call It Quits, which he wouldn't play because that's a smaller song, but it's with Crypt and Adam Calhoun. Is one with Joyner Lucas, Best For Me. That's a great song. I'm Not Okay, that's actually his song. I like that one. I know the words to Liar, even though I don't listen to it. He's a great artist. I know it. I just don't listen to him specifically. But I'm glad that I get to see him because he's a great talented artist and I respect him. I watch his WWE stuff. I've watched him on Stephanie McMahon's podcast, him on Cody Rhodes' podcast. He's great. Him on Impulsive podcast as well. He's great. Anyway. So I was listening to that while I was doing all this tidying this morning and drinking my coffee. It's a great vibe. I am sweating though because I'm hot, but that was great, I guess. Great vibes, part of the vlog. Just trying to get, some events that happen in a vlog to try and develop my character on YouTube. So yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, apologies. This is proof I am a terrible YouTuber. I was out today, all day, straight from work. I was at the Metro Centre. If you're not from Newcastle, you probably don't even know what that is. But there's a cinema there. Yeah, it's a big shopping mall. There's a cinema there. And I was at the cinema. It is the 9th of August because I wanted to watch something. And it is EMINEM STANS movie, which was a documentary about Eminem's career and how it impacts fans and how fans impact him and how fame impacts him and whatever, right? For an Eminem fan, most of the stuff you already knew. But I feel like this was more for casual people as well because it explained who Eminem is, essentially. So I watched it because it was only on at a limited time, so I had to get there. Couldn't get there Thursday or yesterday, so I made sure to get there today. But it was on dead late. So, I'm home now and it's nearly 11 o'clock. Or it is 11 o'clock. And I've got to get up for work at 6:30. And that's just not 8 hours sleep, but it's not the worst sleep ever. But I've just got home, so I'm not going to be able to fall asleep just like that either. So, that's annoying. But the documentary was great. It wasn't amazing. It wasn't nothing that blew me out of the water. Most of it I already knew. I kind of wanted a bit more from it because I kind of focused more on the fans' point of view. And I feel like I want, not that there was any problem with that, but I want a second one or a part 2 or just a completely different documentary in total where we dive into the actual genius of songs and how Eminem, because they mentioned how Eminem was intricate and how his lyrics were so well put together. But I want to deeper dive into it and the meanings and diss tracks and other artists he collabed with and just how Eminem is generational. Not just great at music, he's generational and how he's molded himself in every single generation. But one thing they did point out is that 2009, 2010 era when Eminem came back, when he had Relapse and Recovery, and how it was his most difficult stage because he was just coming back off of drug addiction and nearly dying of overdose. And he made some of his worst songs yet because Relapse was him getting back into music and learning to write again. And he had lots of these accents and it was a mediocre album that didn't get a great review. So then Recovery was him becoming that great artist again and putting emotion into his song. And those were considered the 2 comeback albums. But here's the thing, is most of the songs I love from Eminem are on those 2 albums. Beautiful was a song that I thought was one of the best things ever, and that was on Relapse. Spacebound, was that? I think that was on. There's that many albums, but Spacebound, Not Afraid, Changes or Going Through Changes. Sorry, White Trash Party, obviously, but The Monster, and I think No Love. But that might be an extra, I don't know. They were all on that album. These were some of Eminem's greatest songs for me. Yeah, for different reasons, whether it was lyrical reasons, whether it was emotional meanings, whether it was just general song reasons. These were some of Eminem's best songs for me, especially No Love, Not Afraid, Spacebound, and Beautiful. Those were some of the best songs ever. So that's why I kind of thought, it's crazy that they say that was him coming back into music, because I thought that was some of the best Eminem. If I wasn't 3 years old in 2010, I would have died to see him live. Oh. Kiss my teeth, man. Miss Haddon. Wish I hadn't missed that. But yeah, it was an alright. It was alright. I went with two of my friends who aren't Eminem fans, and they didn't find it bad either. So yeah, I want more documentaries. I want a Juice WRLD one. I want a Post Malone one. I know I have a Juice WRLD documentary, but it's only on HBO Max. I've watched it once on YouTube. It was just basically a culmination of behind the scenes clips. I want a proper media production made one. That's what I want. Yeah, and a lot of the stands they had, although they're proper fans and they are stands, they were very self-centered, and they were very just, I love Eminem, I love Eminem, I love Eminem, no one loves Eminem more than me. And it's just, they all kind of had their one, like one lady had a whole body tattooed and had a Guinness World Record for the most amount of tattoos. Cool. Don't know what, I mean, I suppose, like, it's a good example, but I don't know why they played such a big role in it. One man was French, and he based his whole personality around him, and another woman just was obsessed with him and worked where he used to work, and just it was weird, and it just kind of became about them and not Eminem. And I'm just like, what we're doing, because you're not the only fans in the world. Eminem has millions of fans. Do you know what I mean? He still gets 60 million monthly listeners in 2025. That's old fans, current fans, and people still discovering them. Do you know what I mean? And that's casual fans as well, but general public still listening to him. So he's the GOAT, and he always will be. I've always said my favourite two artists are Juice WRLD and Eminem. I can't pick between the two because they're my favourites for two different reasons. But if you had to tell them, you had to ask me, who did I resonate the most with? It's Eminem. I can't say I resonate with Juice WRLD the most because I'm not into drugs. I'm not Juice WRLD's type. Like, he was a black American living his life. Eminem's more my style, but Juice WRLD's music and Juice WRLD as an artist was just perfect for me. He just makes the right music for me. But Eminem, definitely relatable and resonate with the most. So it was great to watch it. And although, like, it wasn't nothing amazing, wasn't nothing like, I'm glad I saw it. So yeah, sorry I didn't vlog that. That should have been part of the vlog, but oops.